And suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash.
It's like Halloween early.
The monster from my laboratory in the castle east.
Welcome. Nick and Harry's back, y'all. Found Nick and Harry.
For those of you who don't know, Naked Harry is one of the troupe here for a while. Anyway, he was, and he's back.
Okay, he's back.
Hi,
everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Late Night Snacks. We are here because we are here to discuss American Horror Story Season 10 Double Feature Red Tide Episode 3 titled Thirst. Did I get it all?
Yes, you did.
All right, just making sure. So with that, I will say welcome. I'm one of your hosts, Irish Melly, along with the amazing DeWanda.
Hey, everybody.
The semi-sane that guy. And, of course, the beauty, Lady Di herself.
Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good night.
I'm going to turn my camera on.
All right.
There we go.
So we were talking and we decided that since we're having problems with our audio last time, you guys don't notice it. I think you guys notice it more than we do. We have a lot of overhang that we don't even know it's happening because on our end, we can't see it because it's technical. So sometimes when we talk over each other, it's not that we want to, it's that there's a delay for some of us. So first what we're going to do is we're going to say hi to everybody, and then we're going to do a 2-minute episode, rant, recap, whatever you want. So White Bear is here, Frankie is here, Blaze is with us, David Henry is with us, Marcus Mark, hello, Afro, our lovely B, C. Williams, back again. Hey, Julie. How you doing, Julie?
Hey, everybody. Wow.
Nice to see everyone.
Be still my beating heart. I am so excited that you guys are all here to discuss this with us because there's a lot to discuss.
Yes, there is. So let's see. That's okay. So far, that's everybody here. When someone new comes in, I'll let you know.
Kisses to you all.
What's your snack?
So, snacks for tonight. Mine is eaten already, but it's a Hershey almond chocolate bar.
Nice. All right. I'm going down.
Yep. What are your snacks? Oh.
What?
Well, I'll take last.
What?
Mel.
What's your snack?
Oh, mine? I'm sorry. Why not go with a good old classic?
Classics.
Peanut butter M&M's.
All right. I'm going down the salty road this evening. I'm going with Cheetos.
And I won't on camera, but wait, Monster Cereal's back!
Nice.
Yeah, baby. I don't stock in this.
Where's your blueberry?
They were out of stock.
Oh.
Anyway, but for this year, there's a little bit of trivia before we start the show. This year's a special anniversary of Monster Cereal, and they're doing a collector cereal called Monster Mash with all the cereals in one box. Should be hitting anytime soon. Target, Amazon exclusive. Plus, cereal's back.
So that is why we did Monster Mash. Now we know.
Okay, so we're now we'll start with DeWanda.
Oh, I get to go first. Nice. Okay.
Tell us everything you loved, hated, your favorite moments in 2 minutes. Ready, set, go.
All right. First off, Doris and Harry in this episode are extremely boring, in my opinion. Leslie Grossman is killing it, as is, basically the entire cast is killing it with the exception of Finn and Lily, which makes me really sad because I love them both so much. But these characters are so flat that it makes me sad. It's like they're a waste this year. It's like they're not doing anything exciting. and it's frustrating to watch. This episode was, in my opinion, very slow. It has a slow burn. It had its moments because we did have a lot of comedy in this one. So I have to give them snaps for that. But I honestly don't think we really needed this episode too much because it didn't really tell us too much.
Okay. Oh, AHS clips and promos. Hello.
Hey.
Has just joined us. We're doing our 2-minute rant recap. And next up is that guy.
The guy. Okay. Well, we didn't do nobody did a recap.
No.
Nutshell. Finn's using the drug. Who the fuck's almost using the drug? Lily went to labor. We met the chemist who's designing the drug, and complete total filler episode. It was fine. I'm invested in these characters, so it was nice to spend an hour with them, kind of going. But literally, I don't think, besides Lily going into labor, I don't think anybody's particular character arc moved forward at all. I mean,
highlight Sue Williams.
Drop it and just go on with it. But I love the characters, so I'm invested in them. I'm watching them. It's cool. With only 6 episodes to tell one side of the story, and then we got 4 episodes for the other side, I would expect each episode to be monumental and move things forward. We always talk about AHS as slow burn. This was slow burn all in an hour. It was like, where are we going with this? Redeeming quality of this, or part of this episode, Leslie Grossman. I mean, come on, hands down. This is a great freaking character for her. I mean, amazing character. So she kind of saved this episode. But it didn't need saving. The character's fine. Fine spending time with them. I'm not going to do 6 episodes of this like this, though. A real slow burn. So there you go.
There you go.
Who the fuck is Alma?
There
okay.
we go.
So, our lovely Melinda's having technical difficulties. I'm going to go. And then when she's able to come back on, then we'll do hers. I actually don't think it was a boring episode at all. Because, you're a paper airplane and I'm a fucking 747. I loved how I love how we got to see Angelica. She gave me really big voodoo queen vibes, right? I mean, to me, she looks so she was so flippin' beautiful in this scene. And her, I think it gives you part of the backstory you need. But in the very beginning, that whole thing about Tarantino and the flashback to Pulp Fiction, and then her referencing Tarantino to Henry was fucking. I mean, did you not get Tarantino flashbacks when they put him in that dungeon? Did you not see Pulp Fiction?
No, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I'm a Tarantino fan, so but yeah, there's a lot of Tarantino stuff in here.
The whole scenario in the beginning when they got Finn and they locked him up was all Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, well, explain that. I mean, that was kind of didn't call it.
And it was a setup for when Leslie Grossman said Tarantino wants you to write for him, and he says he just got married and he can't do what he needs to do the writing, and you would know it. So that implies that Tarantino is on this little black pill.
Yeah, but what was the whole point of that whole scene, though? Because, for me, that was it didn't really do anything.
That's the point.
It's just what can happen when you knock on doors. He shouldn't be doing this shit alone. Actually, you know what I really think it was about? You don't really care about the people they kill. It's okay because they're scumbags.
Well, yeah.
It was just a whole setup thing for the Tarantino. In my particular, it was a whole setup thing because it calls back to Tarantino, and she's luring him back to taking the pill again with Tarantino, and then her meeting finally with the chemist. Now, the other thing that I thought was really interesting is the chemist is the same character in Death Valley as she is in Red Tide, but everybody else are playing different characters.
Really?
She is the chemist. Yes.
Yeah.
You
didn't know that?
No.
It was on the list.
It was on the list.
Oh.
Yeah.
That changed everything.
So she's the only one who's playing the same character.
And that's your explanation right there. There's your connection right there. It's all around this.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
It could be one of 2 things. Either since he's writing the story, he sticks that character in, or that character really exists in both worlds.
That would be smarter. If she is his part of his literary stuff, and she doesn't exist in this world as the chemist or whatever it is, I think that'd be really, really intelligent. That would be a great way to do that.
Okay, so Mel is back. So you're getting your 2-minute rant.
Yay, it's time for your rant.
Come on, Mel.
I don't need 2 minutes.
You don't need 2 minutes.
All I have to say was that it wasn't even the quote. Just the words of the episode for me was the dick doc.
Yeah.
But they said that in every single episode so far.
Yes,
No,
Oh my God.
Leslie Grossman to me though was just like she stood out in this episode.
She's
Like
killed.
she was born to play this fucking role. Like it was so her. And then yes, Dennis fucking O'Hare.
Hell!
Oh my god. And I
So
just
this had
loved
a
it.
lot
I
of
thought
meat.
his character was great too. It did. You're right. It had a lot of meat, a lot of
And
bite.
another fucking duet. I hope we
And
have
I-
a duet every
Oh
episode.
yes.
I hope we're gonna get karaoke for all 6 episodes of this part because hello.
That would be fun. So fun.
We know we're getting it next week just from the trailer.
So how did this move forward? That's the big question. How did anybody's character develop from this?
We found out who the chemist was. We found out for sure Mickey is great, and he's going to be writing scripts from Hollywood that she said was even better than Finn's.
Yeah.
We found out that if you fuck with people who are drug dealers and you knock on their door at night, you might get locked up and thrown away the key and be in a snuff
those
film.
Hi, Adam. Yes, I do love Mickey and Ursula's friendship. It is.
But Angelica is obviously
Yeah.
the chemist is not having Leslie. She thinks she's bullshit, and you get the idea. Her character is just
Although
like,
I don't know. Did you guys get like a double cross feel as soon as they were showing the split, the different with the chemist meeting with the
Yes.
different groups, and it was like a montage of it. But it
Mhm.
was
Yeah, but
like I
she told
totally
them to
had
go
double
kill her.
cross vibes. So maybe she said the same thing about the other one. Who knows?
Yeah, I say.
and then actually Blaze made a point, but at the very end, we'll talk about the trailer a little because there was a big thing in the trailer that I think everyone's going to go, ugh.
Next week's got
Next week's we're getting a little drag going on. Okay, let's see some of the comments. What do people? So Blaze has a theory.
What
What's
is
your
your
Right.
theory,
We
Blaze? Type it up
love
and leave it on.
theories.
David Hendry
Here's that.
says, my theories of the chemist are 1, she's a witch. See, I was definitely
God.
feeling voodoo queen vibes there.
Yeah, I totally got that
She
with
is
that
a
outfit.
siren or she is an alien. And I definitely agree with 1 and 3. Maybe a witch, maybe an alien.
Well, and Leslie made that comment when she was talking to Mickey, and she said, "I'm not stupid." And I forget
blonde,
what
but
she
I'm not
said.
stupid.
I'm right, but she
I'm blonde,
said
but I'm not stupid.
Okay.
she
and
said
C.
something about
Williams,
something in aliens, and I was like, "Ooh, there
yeah,
it is."
where are you getting this shit from? Is this alien power? Like she wants to know, she knows something's up.
I hope she's fake. And
Let's
not a real
see.
person.
C. Williams said, David Henry, I'm leaning
That would
towards
be fun.
siren. She had a mermaid door knocker.
I did not see
I
that.
didn't see that either.
See, that's like my second watch type of shit that I find. I just literally like maybe 40 minutes ago finished watching the episode.
I get the feeling whatever she wants is to be alone because she said she brought herself to the tip of the dick in Maryland, or Massachusetts.
Yeah.
She wanted to get the fuck away. I
Yeah.
really don't think she wants a million people taking this shit. I think
No.
she wants it controlled. She's happy with the way that it is.
I
Maybe
think she's-
double cross. I mean, who knows? I mean, there's always a oh shit moment so far for me in every
Right.
episode. Even if it's like, like when Finn got trapped, I was just like, holy shit. Well, Tarantino. But
Mhm.
what if the second part? Oh, Blaze. That is
Mickey
crazy.
was
Did you guys
energetic.
read that?
I like that because I thought that was interesting when Mickey was specifically a playwright and he
Mhm.
was writing scripts. And it's like we already have a main character that does that. So to have another one, because even the other writers were different
screenwriter.
types of writers.
Yeah, because
Right.
she wants him to do Speed Racer.
Right. So I thought that was
Ooh.
interesting to
Okay.
have two of them.
And then we
I'm
have
sorry.
and then we have B saying, could Belle and Austin be aliens addicted to Earth drugs?
Ooh.
Someone did. I saw somewhere somebody was talking about that. They didn't think that Belle and Austin were on the drug, except for we saw Austin take it. That they were just getting everybody hooked on it to like have power over them. I mean, I really feel like Belle is like the leader here.
Yeah, I do too.
In the first episode?
Well,
No,
apparently
even especially in this episode, she's
This
running
episode.
the shot.
Yeah, she
She's
was like,
calling the
no,
shots.
she's
because
calling all the
even well, yeah, she was like, we're gonna have to kill him. We're gonna kill the kid, and she's like, I love the taste of young blood. But then later, when they met with the chemist, and the chemist was like, fuck it, kill them all. You could tell she was happy about it, but she kept asking questions, like she was leading the conversation, like trying to get her to say, yeah, kill more and more. And it was like, yay, buffet.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Shopping
we also
spree.
have Adam Kidd.
Mm-hmm. Looks like next week we're going to get the downfall of Mickey and Karen.
I think that's actually a flashback
Yeah.
as to how they met him. Because we're definitely getting Evan and Drag next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Without
so
a doubt.
excited,
I'm excited for that.
So I thought it was a good, third. It's 3, so it's smack in the middle. There's 2 more. So this was kind of, you had to get the chemist in there. You had to get the fact that Ursula was such a strong character and really meant business. It wasn't when Mickey walked in on her with a knife and he was going to kill her. Then again, he's not exactly Mr. Bloodthirsty guy. He had a hard time killing the guy under the
But
dock.
she didn't flinch.
No. Yeah, you're right.
She was like,
Belle,
are you here to kill me and take my blood?
Belle was the first one to take it, and she's the one who introduced it to Austin. That's why she's taking the lead. I'm
starting to think, does anybody else think that Finn and Lily are not our protagonists in this?
No.
Mm-mm.
They're not the main characters. They're not the focus. The story's going to be about this chemist or about the Belle.
I think it's about Belle and Austin.
Belle and Austin mostly.
Yeah, it's really really weird. I think their story's insignificant now.
So White Bear, the unnamed chemist, she doesn't have a name. We know it's Angelica Ross, but she's also in Death Valley as the chemist, whereas everybody else is playing different roles. So I'm almost thinking it's like a literary thing where this person has written 2 plays himself, and he's taking people in his head from the other one and bringing them to the other side, maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The first part we're getting 6 episodes. The second part we're getting 4. So that's how that's going to break up.
I still think that this is someone's writing this story. I don't think it's.
I do too.
Because that's the smart twist. That's a good, decent twist, and not just
And that would make somebody who was writing this have the chemist as whatever she's going to end up being, whether it's the villain or whatever it is, in the same exact story, but in Death Valley.
Yeah. What if this is just the chemist is just like kind of an umbrella to you've got this character who can initiate this drug for creativity, for talent, whatever, but she's always present, not necessarily carrying the same stories forward. She's just always there in these different iterations.
And that's what I was thinking. What if like the second part of Death Valley is about like the chemist and like the beginning of the chemist, where the chemist came about?
Right. Well, that's where which is Death Valley or Roswell, and I mean, you get an alien walking up to the president saying, you don't need to be, we're not afraid of you. You need to be afraid of us. And the alien race is dying and they have to find a way to have it back. Mm-hmm. But normally I would say maybe they're not even connected, but the chemist is in both seasons.
But don't have to just be this character that's just always present in his work as a writer. What the chemist in part A doesn't necessarily have anything to do with what the chemist does in part B, or how in his stories. Because it's just or the Kennedy era, and this is supposed to be modern times. It's either alien or he's just present, always present.
Well, at the end of the day, aliens, or I mean, they're not going to do witches, but if you have a supernatural entity of any kind, that can be explained away a lot.
Yeah,
it's easier to make it more believable.
Yeah, hopefully Death Valley episodes will be longer than 50 minutes.
Well,
since
I
we're-
think even these episodes were longer, even with commercials. It was an hour and 15 minutes with commercials.
51.
So instead of 45-minute episodes, they're doing almost hour episodes, which really lends itself to, if you would have added them all up, maybe they would have done, 3 or 4 more.
Okay.
Well, you know what though? What if
I
Here's
agree with
something.
you.
What if IMDb done got everybody twisted and they messed it up and the chemist ain't in part 2?
No, I got it from the FX thing. I got it from the FX, not from IMDb.
Okay, then we should be good.
No, I don't trust IMDb for anything. Pretty much.
I don't look at them for anything. I get a lot of the FX networks stuff from the network.
He says I think the chemist will be an alien. The pills are black and teardrop shaped.
I think she's either an alien or someone who was recruited by them and they taught her what to do.
Mm-hmm. Or she's a puppet for them, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And they never say her name. Maybe her name is. I'm sorry, I don't remember Kit's daughter's name, but.
Alma. Who the fuck is Alma?
No, Alma was his
Julia.
wife. Julia. His daughter's name.
Julia and Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But that still wouldn't work anyway because they would have been born in the 60s. Never mind. Forget that.
So Blaze wants to know what we thought about the ending.
What was the ending?
We had the cliffhanger where he walked in the door and Adina's character was dead on the table.
Oh yeah, Elma killed
Elma killed her.
The police captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only thing that Elma said was, "I learned how to play gin rummy."
Yeah, Leslie was
the
sitting there with her.
filling.
Leslie was just like hanging out. She doesn't give a shit.
Oh no, she looked pissed. She was like, "We need to talk."
We need to talk.
But she already knew what was going on because she'd been filled in by Mickey.
Well, because she said, "What are you going to do?" I mean, I don't think she cares as much, other than she wants to be able to contain all this so that she can make money off of it.
She wants to control it. Exactly.
I thought it was. I don't know. I know that it's supposed to be good to have little. I just don't like the whole little kid thing. It freaks the fuck out.
Well, and that's what I said was the little girl was creepy before she took the pill. What's going to happen now?
Well, she's even worse now.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a crap about her mother. She's like, we don't need her.
Look at it as a parallel to Fame, and that's what they're really trying to do. And Lily's a good Alma, whoever the fuck her name is a good example of the Fame monster. The Fame and horses and everything eating you alive and just sucking everything out. I think they're going to be scary. I think they're going to be that intensity for characters. Probably Alma.
That's true. That's true because she's the antithesis of a Hollywood agent.
Yeah.
Come back.
That's why we love her so much. She's so good at it. It's like, oh.
Yeah, she's great. This is a great role for her. Leslie's doing a really, really good job.
You can tell she's having a blast with it. You can tell.
Yeah, those delivery on some of those lines are just so off the tongue, just so natural for her.
Yeah, she's like, well, you're going to just taking a bath.
Yep.
She had some great lines, and so did
Frances. Yeah.
Frances has great lines every episode so far too.
Well, we also had our typical Brad Ryan gay snuff films things.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was the what the fuck moment of the episode.
So he died. I was like, what are we doing here?
Why are we doing here? What was the point of this?
I was like, what is gay? I always have something like that in there. I was like, okay, that's a little much, guys. A little much.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit.
Yep. But so there was.
Blaze wants to know what's going to happen with the baby. I think we all want to know because, and yeah, we're going to talk about the fact that there is no baby stuff in that house. They're not nesting. They're not. No, there's no crib. There's no nothing in that house.
But they never say how far along she is.
I know.
They just said that she miscarried at 5 months.
She's had 3 miscarriages, apparently.
Do you think writers, or do you think that's just?
I don't know. It's possible.
it seems to me that it could just be overlooked through the script.
Or
Yeah,
maybe not.
But that's a blaring. That is a blaring mistake when you think about it.
Yeah.
It is
It's
glaring,
big.
but it's also, with the miscarriages and the focus on the summer on, doing their individual works and stuff like that. I could see them not necessarily nesting, or we just happen to not see.
Well, she also mentioned a baby moon, which is what you do literally right before you have the baby. It's your last hurrah and getaway.
And I think she's got to be at
and
least
she's huge.
right?
She looks like she's ready to have that baby.
She looks like she's having a litter.
She looks to be at least 7-8 months pregnant.
7, 8, 10 or 11. That's a huge baby.
Some women just get bigger than others, Michael. Shut up, Michael.
Yeah, really.
I was thinking something about that. I had a theory about that. I said, what if this is all Doris's story? And we're seeing it from her point of view.
And that's why
her writing.
Or what if this is Sarah Paulson's story?
Oh, I know. But no, wait.
Yeah, we got to get back to Karen.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a painter.
Is that all she is, or is she going to be a prodigy?
That's really all she's talking about, is the fact that she, took a couple classes and she's really good at it. I mean, hopefully we'll get some more backstory, but
she could be overly talented. She could be an alien too. Why not? Maybe a fucking alien.
Adina's characters pissed me off this episode.
Who?
Yeah.
Turned an eye to everything at first, then all of a sudden she wanted to do her job, completely ignored the back cracking pails with the teeth. Yeah. And the little girl too, what was up with that where she's like, no, you could do this the easy way or the hard way. A 9-year-old little girl, she's like, you're coming down to the station with me from in her home and said, can I talk to you? I know your parents aren't here. Can I talk to you? And everything else. Like,
that is so
that was wrong. That was all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She tells Lily in the beginning, Finn, that she don't want Lily around anymore. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with Alma, because hello, she doesn't want. We don't need her. She's like,
okay.
She's not that talented.
Guy said her internet is totally screwed, and she said she loves us all, and to tell everyone thank you for being here. She loves you and good night. But she will see you next time.
Love and happiness. Joy to all, Diana. Preach. Wait, something wrong with my phone now.
See, she just popped over.
She said no. I'm back.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Hi.
Wait, I got you.
Sorry.
That was awesome.
I had to switch the router or whatever. It didn't like it. Anyway, how did we leave it? I think we're pretty much. Mike's gone?
No, I'm here.
What are you doing? Oh,
I don't know. It's messed up.
Alma is the devil. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who got Jenny Reynolds vibes from that little girl, especially this episode, though?
Yeah, but that's like all those characters that are children are all like Jenny Reynolds.
I did, but Jenny Reynolds is better. Jenny Reynolds is better. I'm sorry.
Well,
I love her.
She's creepier.
So did you read? Let's see. So Marcus Mark says she's pregnant. Maybe she's pregnant with Lyme disease. That is definitely some kind of an issue here. Ursula. Hopefully Ursula makes it to the end. I wouldn't be surprised if Ursula takes the pills and kills everybody else.
This is Ursula's story.
That little girl crossed the line. Well, everybody crosses the line.
Everybody crosses.
She's like, I don't want. We can leave mommy at the hospital. Whatever the fuck she said. I would have.
We don't need her. Why are we still with her?
So Marcus Mark says, I think Karen took the pills but stopped because she refused to drink blood. Like maybe that picture of her and Macaulay was a flashback.
I like
that. She did it way back when, and then I don't get how they say we can stop and we don't have to do it anymore.
No,
I like that.
We already took one Alma to the asylum. Why not the other?
Karen values life.
Is the asylum still open? Drop Alma on ASAP.
This is current times, and the asylum was open in the 60s. I recently found out the building for asylum is in Orange County. I'm going to have to go find it.
Nice.
Okay, so any final thoughts? Anybody wants to say anything before we wrap? Hello, Andreas Luis Ortiz. Evan Peters is giving Hedwig, absolutely. Hedwig, Frankenfurter. I went, who is that drag queen? I'm like, oh my God, it's Evan. Such a pretty girl.
We knew that was going to happen, though.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
Yeah, we were kind of given the heads up on that.
Do we want to rate the episode?
Well, wait.
Yeah.
Karen, really quick. I don't think it's about the blood. I think Karen is the one that really knows the horror behind all of it, and I think she likes people. She likes Alfred. You know that she was just you can't kill a person. You can't do anything. So I don't think it's necessarily about the blood. I just think she knows the whole deal.
She's just the person living in the now, whereas everybody else is being selfish and living for themselves.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's kind of the hero.
Yeah,
so far.
Well, and it was interesting. I rewatched episode 1 and 2, and when in episode 1, Doris mentions Lyme disease multiple times, and then when she gets nauseous and doesn't go out with him, she asks him for red meat. She says, "I suddenly have a craving for red meat."
Mm-hmm. Bring me a steak or a hamburger. Yeah,
and so it was the whole red meat thing, and the nauseous, and all this stuff before she even, that we know of or anything, takes a pill.
Was that
so?
red?
But it was after the guy chased her from in the cemetery. So what if she did get the Lyme disease and she's crazy and this is all in her freaking head?
Every time there was red in that first episode, what happened right after? Mm-hmm. So I think that's telling us something.
Mm-hmm.
So C. Williams says, "Do you think that Mickey was once successful?" There we go.
No.
Do you think Mickey was once successful? In the flashback, he's dressed up nicely, and Austin and Bill look
didn't it explain that he was like a stockbroker who came up in the 90s and lost all his money to meth, or was that just like the general?
I think that was the general meth user. Right?
I think Karen will be the hero in Kill Bill. Oh. That's a very interesting theory. Do you think this will have a definitive end since we're going to another season? Like since we're going to the desert after the sea?
I think it'll have an end. Yeah, I think it'll be.
I don't know, because we have the chemist connection. I really do think they're going to connect the whole thing together.
But here's a question for everybody: what is the plot? What is the MacGuffin? What? You talk about a definitive end. Do we have a definitive story? I think we're just kind of watching characters just kind of do their
well,
thing.
It's all about these people and what they'll do for fame.
Yeah, is it an allegory?
Just like all stories, even back to Star Wars, boy meets girl, but in American Horror Story, it's boy meets girl, girl kills mother, mother goes to hell. It's all the same basic thing. It's just how you get there.
We have that journey right here. I think this feels more like it's just an open invitation to view people, and the people that we're viewing right now end up going to this town where crazy shit is happening, but we don't know what the point is, where we're going with that. So that's going to be interesting if we have a definitive end or whatnot, is if we define that what point it is to end that or not.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways this could go, and they only have
about the pill.
This is episode 3
more episodes.
So we only have 3 hours left to do it. But, he does tend to wrap things up pretty quick. They're still filming Death Valley.
Are they?
Yeah, they're not done.
Not going to be done until October. They're going to be done 2 weeks, right? Just like they did many other ones. And I think it's because of the 2 week COVID quarantine.
Well, that and all the special effects for Death Valley is going to be a lot more than they normally do.
Because they've been filming this since like April. I mean, for a long time.
Wow.
Like normally they start and they cram it in. This one they crammed in Red Tide, then they stopped.
Well,
they're still adding people in Death Valley.
The theme is addiction and fame and what it can do to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I think it's all somebody's story. Maybe it's not Finn's. Maybe it's Mickey's. Maybe it's Belle. These people are all writers.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anybody. It could be fucking Karen's story, and she's like meth addict on the side of the thing, writing her story, and this is what is happening.
Maybe we don't know the author yet. No.
Why is Bella and Austin so?
I don't think they are.
On the pill.
I think they wanted another member of their team, and they didn't realize how volatile it would be getting somebody like Finn with a family. They don't have any family; it's just them.
Oh yeah, no.
They said they saw greatness in him. I think they were just like, "Let's fuck with the monster," kind of thing, you know.
Well, wasn't he talking about his writing in the bar when they?
Yeah, but they said they can see great writing, and I think next week we're going to see the people who ended up becoming the pale people.
More about them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it would be a much better video game. That's pretty funny.
I'm excited for
Game over.
Game over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No plot twist. It's no one's story. That's possible. I mean, you know, it's
possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible at this point.
Exactly. If the pills get out of P-Town via Leslie Grossman's character, it's going to be apocalypse all over again. Oh, I don't think they're going to get out. I think all these people are going to die. Whether Alma kills them or Leslie kills them, or
yeah, because they're off.
They're all going to go out in a blaze of glory.
Well, we're dealing with off season in P-Town. There isn't very many people there, so eventually they're going to run out of people.
So someone, Adam mentioned they started filming Death Valley in late June, early July. Yeah, so they always cut it really close. They used to anyway, and I guess they're doing it again this season.
Yeah,
they want to keep us on our toes.
Possible theory is Doris is really a ghost.
No, I don't see that though.
Who's that? Lily?
Lily. Yeah.
Doris.
Maybe she died giving birth.
I'll know these episodes. These characters by the end.
I'll die if Lyme disease kills them. I think the whole.
I don't know.
I'm thinking
I'm thinking there could be something with that, and this bitch is just crazy. She done got the neurological shit going on.
I think it's to show her neuroses. She's focused on it too much.
Yeah.
Well, and then when she was cleaning the blood off her daughter, like, yeah, you'd do anything to save your child. But she was like, our daughter was doing this, but it was just the way it went about. Like, it was so like, okay, normal.
Yeah, but that was beyond a Silkwood shower. Okay. Hello.
The writing of it is too important because if you look at the opening credits, what they're showing us, what they're highlighting it to get you involved, the drug use and the writing. I mean, it's almost intercut for every single shot. So the writing is going to be a key to the whole thing. But with the drug use as well.
What about the butcher?
That's red meat.
That's what that's. Yeah.
The DNA in the pills will somehow makes you drink blood, which, I mean, takes to drink blood. But, I mean, I don't know if that really has anything to do with it or it's just to show her neuroses.
But y'all don't drink blood?
No.
Ticks do.
No.
All right. So, Blaze says Ursula was great in this episode. She's badass. Loved it. And as far as the rating for that is a 9.5 to a 9.5 out of 10.
So we should wrap this up, kids, and then let's rate the episodes. DeWanda?
All right. Well, I'm giving this episode a 6 because I wasn't impressed with this episode. It was very boring for me. I felt like it didn't go anywhere. So that's where I'm going to sit.
Okay. That guy?
I'll give like 7.5, maybe even 8, just because Leslie did such a phenomenal job. Leslie's performance was worth the whole hour. But I agree. I don't think that's the waiver.
Miss Melly?
I would go, I was thinking 7.5, 8, but I think I'm going to give it more of an 8 because again, Leslie's performance, and then, Dennis fucking O'Hare, more karaoke, the chemist. So we got a lot of characters, but it was a slow burn to that stuff. And that was the only reason I think I wouldn't rate it higher, because I did like the story. I just thought it was slow getting there. And then it was like, bam, we're there.
Okay, so everybody else is rating it. So let's read this off here.
All right,
White
so
Bear Productions, 9 out of 10.
10.
Andreas is 8.75. Adam is a
3 out of
9.5.
9.
Julie, 7.5. B is a 9 out of 10.
Of course, me is.
AHS Chips and Promos is 10 out of 10. They
Wow.
really liked
Nice.
it.
All right, let's go back
Mark?
to
Marcus Mark, 7.5. And I'm going to give it an 8.
David Henry's giving it a 9 so far.
He said best episode so far.
really.
Really?
That's-
Mhm.
Just goes to show everybody likes different things.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
okay, I have to agree because I did like the characters. Okay, but the story just dragged for me this week.
There's nothing wrong
I
with
can
it.
get into it.
I thought it was it's a good tomato in the sandwich. You know, you need it. It's got to hold everything together.
The filler.
It was a great episode.
Fun. No, I mean, this is what it is. Next week, I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm excited for next week. That one looks like fun.
What I do about writing for this season is there's a quick flip of the tongue, real funny one-liners. There's real.
Well, because I have to go back and check this, guys, but I'm pretty sure Brad and Ryan have been writing every episode so far.
I think they did write 3.
I think
Both
they
of them
tried-
or one of them. I thought Brad wrote this last episode alone. I'll have to go back and check.
If they end up writing all 10 episodes, I'll be so happy. I'll be like, thank you. That's how you
Yes.
do your show. Not passing.
Or is it then you're disappointed and then you're mad at them because they're the ones who wrote it and they should have handed it
Look,
off.
we have to not take disappointment out of this. It's new. It's AHS. It's fun. It's darker. It's back.
Exactly.
And whatever happens, however they go with it, we're having a good time. So who the fuck
Yeah.
cares?
But I never apologize for anybody's work. I mean, be criticized, be criticized. But I think this is a good season.
But there's a lot of regular writers who've written a lot of really good, like asylum writers. And there's a lot of people that we see all the time that we haven't seen anything written by them yet.
I'm saying stay
Oh,
consistent.
yes.
Same
Absolutely. We want to give a
Same writer.
big shout out to our
Big
Debbie
shout
Ever Debbie. She's
Yep.
in Louisiana. She's
We're
We're
safe.
sending Debbie lots of love and light.
She is our she's our heart, she's our wit.
She's our theorist.
She's our wit for sure.
Guys, was Debbie in the comments?
No.
No.
We're just
No, I heard from her late last
Yeah, I
night.
love
I was
it, I
sending her
thought.
some information, and she said they just got some gas and she had water, but the power was going to be spotty for a couple of days. But we know she's safe, and we
Debbie,
know her house is safe.
yeah.
here.
Oh, okay. Adam says Manny is writing fully episode 6 and episode 5 with Brad, but Manny's been around forever.
I
Yeah.
know.
That's what I mean. If it's like like Manny or Crystal or Jennifer Salt, who is also a producer, there's
Yeah.
a lot of people who've been around since the very beginning who write with them because, it can't be one person doing everything. So, I don't hate on any of it. Thanks for the information, Adam. Okay, guys. So I'm going to call it.
What are you going to call me?
I'm not going to call you anything. I'm going to call me out because, I go to bed.
Call me.
That is my cue
I'm going to my
say
first concert in a
we love you.
year
We
and a
love
half
you for
tomorrow.
being here.
Annie.
We will see you guys in the next one.
Thank you so much. It was so great
Be
to see
kind
some
to
new
yourself
people.
and be kind to someone else because they deserve it too.
Be nice.
Good night, guys.
Bye.